Hey, you've got Camera Therapy with Mark and Shelley Photography. I'm Mark. It's Thursday, and I promised a guy that wrote me, and Paul, I'll give you his last initials, G, Paul G, wrote into me wanting to know how I took this photograph. So typically Thursdays I write about how did we take this picture. Well, we're going to show you. So I'm going to give you a breakdown on how we did it. It was an underwater shot. So stick with us, and we're going to do it because it's right there. Okay, hey, let me get started with this. First of all, this is Michelle. She's one of our underwater models. She's a mermaid. She's also a scuba diver. She's actually a certified free diver. This was taken just the other day, so let me give you kind of breakdown how we did this. It's a local swimming pool. The darkness in the back is actually a black bed sheet in the background, and we're actually underneath a canopy of the swimming pool, so we had a little safety issue here. That's where that blue tint's coming from. So, and let me kind of go back here. This is one of our video lights from OrcaTorch. There it is. This is what we're using, bad boy. Thank you, OrcaTorch. Thank you, OrcaTorch. So that's actually on the bottom. So the scenario was that, she was going to drop weight herself down to the bottom, use her positive buoyancy, and start floating up. What appears to be looking like stars. It's not anything I photoshopped in. Those are actually micro bubbles that were coming out just off of her hair or me being in the water. The blue tint up there is actually the top shot, spreadsheet that's on top of the swimming pool thermal blanket up there. So my camera is actually vertical. So I've got a top flash unit bouncing light up here, back down onto her. The bottom strobe is actually turned off, and I'm using the video light, which is a 2200 lumen, to illuminate her bottom half right here. So we've kind of got, it's not a difficult shot. I like to run a lot of high F numbers. Believe it or not, this is at F16 at 250th of a second. My underwater strobes are around 3/4 power underwater. So that's kind of how I try to keep it as simple as possible. I try to do as much as I can in the field number-wise to get as close as I can. I put that through Photoshop to lighten up her hair a little bit and all that. But for the most part, I only spent maybe less than a minute doing this. With some of the photographers out there that are shooting GoPros or Sea Lives or Intovas or whatever, my camera's set on manual. I have to push the numbers. You're not going to be able to get these kind of pictures running an automatic camera because, bottom line, it's an automatic camera. It's going to take the safest picture out there. So we're running against some high F numbers. ISO is at 200, 250th of a second on the shutter, one strobe, bouncing light off, coming down on top of her head, 2200 lumen video light on the bottom, illuminating back up, black sheet putting in the background. That's how we did it. I'm not going to complicate it. It's kind of a simple thing. So thanks, Paul, for writing in and asking me that question, and I'm going to continue doing these. Everybody, as always, be safe. This is Camera Therapy with Mark and Shelley Photography, and I'm Mark. Everyone take care now.